The number of new marriages in China hit a record low last year despite sweeping government efforts to encourage young people to tie the knot and have babies, according to the country's Ministry of Civil Affairs.
중국 민정부 발표에 따르면 젊은이들의 결혼과 출산을 장려하려는 중국 정부의 대대적인 노력에도 불구하고 지난해 중국에서 새로 결혼한 건수는 사상 최저 수준으로 떨어진 것으로 나타났습니다. I guess this is a worldwide trend. Less and less people are getting married.
Yeah, so it's not just Korea. They say that just statistically, some 6.1 million couples registered their marriages in 2024, and that was a 20.5% plunge from the previous year, and it marks a record low since they started releasing similar statistics back in 1986. And of course, not just Korea, like you mentioned, it's a global trend, and plummeting marriages and plummeting births, it of course poses a severe challenge to China as it grapples with the pressure of a shrinking workforce and rapidly aging population on the country's slowing economy. And the sharp drop in the number of marriages in 2024 resumed the decade-long decline since 2013 after a brief rebound that they saw in 2023 following the lifting of stringent COVID restrictions. If you remember, in Korea, we saw people getting married right after they lifted all the restrictions after COVID.
Sure.
So last year's figure was less than half of the 13 million marriages registered at the peak in 2013. So that's quite a difference in the number of marriages there.
Well, the Civil Affairs Ministry also announced stats on divorces.
Yeah.
And it looks like marriages are down, divorces are up.
Yeah. And what I saw was interesting. You know how in Korea we have that 3-week period where you're it's a cooling off period for people filing for divorce. And China has also mandated a 30-day cooling off period for people filing for divorce since 2021. This, of course, comes despite criticism that it can make it harder for women to leave broken or even abusive marriages. But in Korea, I think the measure has gained a positive response, saying that it has helped to prevent a lot of marriages because, sometimes you do need that cooling off period where you can kind of collect your thoughts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I believe in Korea, the cooling off period is 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look at this expression here, to encourage someone to do something.
Right. So when you are encouraging someone to do something, it means you are giving support and advice so that they will do or continue to do something.
자, 장려하고 권장하는 겁니다. 그래서 이렇게 하는 게 어때? Encourage someone to do something. I encourage you to try this new drink. It's so good.
Yeah.
이거 한번 마셔보는 거 어때? I encourage you to study for this exam. I think you'll pass. 시험 한번 보는 거 어때?
Yeah.
Encourage someone to do something. 자, 여기서는 to tie the knot.
Right. So this is a very informal expression just to say that you are getting married. So there are other ways to say that you're getting married in informal ways. You can also say you're getting hitched or you're becoming two or becoming one. And tie the knot is another way that you can say that.
그렇죠. 결혼하는 거를 영어로 tie the knot라고 표현하기도 하는데요. K-N-O-T, 그래서 K는 silent고요. 이게 뭐냐면 매듭이에요. 그래서 두 개의 실 또는 끈을 이렇게 묶어 놓는다. 그래가지고 둘이 하나가 된다라는 이미지거든요. tie the knot, 결혼을 하다. 그 외에도 지금 얘기한 여러 가지 표현들이 있습니다. To get married, to get hitched, to walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
많습니다. 자, 그럼 다시 한번 제가 읽어볼게요. The number of new marriages in China hit a record low last year despite sweeping government efforts to encourage young people to tie the knot and have babies, according to the country's Ministry of Civil Affairs. Let's move on to the next headline.
India now hosts the world's largest tiger population, doubling its numbers in just over a decade to more than 3,600, or 75% of the global total, according to a new study.
인도가 세계 최다 호랑이 보유국이라는 조사 결과가 나왔습니다. 이는 인도에 사는 호랑이 개체수가 지난 10년 사이 2배로 늘어 3,600마리를 돌파한 데 따른 것으로 전 세계 호랑이의 75%에 해당하는 숫자입니다. Wow.
Yeah, so at least we have some good news when
Yeah.
it comes to the population of tigers, which are, an endangered species in many parts of the world. So they're saying that India is now the home of the world's largest tiger population. And this comes despite having the highest human density and just 18% of global tiger habitat. So these tigers, they inhabit an area of 138,200 square kilometers, and that comes alongside some 60 million people. So a lot of people are wondering how were they able to do this?
Yeah.
So they say that this has been made possible by safeguarding these big cats from poaching and habitat loss. They secured prey for them. They reduced human-wildlife conflict and uplifted local communities. And this is according to a study published in Science, which is, of course, a leading peer-reviewed research journal. And since 2006, India has surveyed tiger habitats every 4 years across 20 states, monitoring distribution of these big cats, their co-predators and prey, and the quality of their habitats. And in that time, its tiger habitat has grown by 30%.
인도가 뭐 인구 수도 많지만 인구 밀도로 봤을 때도 가장 높은 인구 밀도를 가진 나라거든요. India has the highest human density in the world. 그런데 거기에서 또 호랑이의 개체수가 전 세계에서 가장 많다라는 얘기. 또 놀랍게도 호랑이 서식지가 인도에는 전 세계적으로 봤을 때 18% 정도에 해당할 정도밖에 없어요.
Yeah.
그런데 개체수는 75%의 호랑이들이 18%밖에 되지 않는 요 땅에 있는 건데 그 이유 중에 하나가 지금 설명해 주신 것처럼 호랑이 밀렵이라든지 잡는 것 자체를 이제 못하게 하니까 그래서 좀 자유롭게 번식을 하고 개체수가 늘어나고 있는 것 같습니다.
Yeah, so they put in a lot of effort to help save these animals. Yep.
그렇군요. 자, 뭐 안전하게만 잘 지낼 수 있다면은 호랑이와 인간 같이 공존할 수 있겠지만 표현을 좀 볼게요. India hosts the largest tiger population in the world.
Yeah, so when we usually think of host as a verb, we think of, like hosting a party.
Yeah.
But in this case, it kind of means India is home to the world's largest tiger population. So it's kind of providing the space and other things necessary for, I guess it could be a special event, but in this case, for these animals.
자, 뭘 진행하다 할 때도 host라는 표현을 쓰지만 여기서는 주인 역할을 한다. 인도가 호랑이들이 사는 곳에 주인 역할을 한다. 이게 좀 우리말로는 어색하게 들리죠. 영어식으로는 인도에 이렇게 호랑이들이 살고 있다라는 걸 그렇게 표현한 겁니다.
Yep.
India now hosts the world's largest tiger population. And the numbers have doubled in just over a decade.
Yeah. This just means in about 10 years or a little over 10 years.
Yep. decade가 10년이니까 in just over a decade, 10년 조금 넘은 기간 만에 호랑이의 개체수가 2배 이상 늘었다라고 볼 수 있겠습니다. How long have I known you, Karen? Like 2 decades?
Probably. I think we
Wow.
first met when I first started working in the radio industry here. That was 2006.
2 decades.
Yeah.
There you go. Roughly. 자, 이렇게 decade 하고 decades 해가지고 우리가 이제 그 10년이라는 단위로 쓸 수 있겠죠. 또 100년은 century가 되겠고. 다시 한번 제가 읽어보겠습니다. India now hosts the world's largest tiger population, doubling its numbers in just over a decade to more than 3,600 or 75% of the global total, according to a new study. Now let's move on to the final headline.
U.S. President Donald Trump has announced that production of the 1 cent coin or penny will cease due to its high cost of nearly 4 cents per coin, although supporters argue it is useful for charity drives and cheaper to mint than the nickel.
도널드 트럼프 미국 대통령이 페니라고도 불리는 1센트 동전 생산을 중단한다고 발표하면서 개당 거의 4센트에 달하는 높은 생산 비용을 이유로 들었으나 옹호파는 이 동전이 자선 활동에 유용하고 5센트보다 주조 비용이 낮다며 반발하고 있습니다. So I guess on the whole, people will understand that the penny or the 1 cent coin is not that useful anymore. It's pretty useless.
Yeah.
But then there are some people who say, no, we still want it.
Yeah.
So tell us more, yeah.
As you mentioned, or as we mentioned in the headline, it is useful for charity drives.
Right.
But it is expensive to make because it's made out of zinc. But I think one legal expert said, which was kind of striking to me, he said that it was the most lawful and fully constitutional move that President Trump has made so far.
Okay, to get rid of the penny.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Among all the
Yeah.
other executive moves that he's made so far. But anyway, so this penny, we use credit cards mostly these
Yeah.
days. So of course, just using cash and coins in general has decreased by a lot. So President Trump, he announced that he's ordering his administration to cease the production of this coin, which not a lot of people use.
Yeah.
And they say that it costs 4 cents to make a penny. So it definitely costs more to make one than it's worth. So, as we mentioned, the fans of the penny, they
Yeah.
say that it's useful in charity drives and the relative bargain in production cost compared to the nickel, which costs 14 cents to mint.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
5센트 동전은 만드는데 14센트가 들고 1센트 동전은 만드는데 한 4센트 정도가 드는군요. 그렇죠. 뭐 아무래도 주조하는데 드는 비용들만 놓고 보면
Yeah.
이게 맞아 그럴 수
Yeah.
있겠지만
But it would be kind of funny if you got rid of the nickel rather than the penny first, right? Yeah.
A long time ago in Korea, we used to also use 1원짜리
Yeah,
동전.
the tiny ones,
I
right?
remember
Yeah.
that. I don't think anyone uses it anymore. But
And
you
we
can,
got rid of it.
Yeah.
No one misses them though.
and the same in America now. They're doing that. Did you ever use the penny in the States when you were younger?
Yes, when I was younger.
right.
Because we used cash back then.
Sure, of
Yeah. So
course.
if you
Yeah.
use cash, then you would have use for it. But if you don't use a lot of cash, if you just use credit cards mostly, then you would probably have a lot of pennies at home just kind of piled away in your drawer.
Yeah.
So that's what I think they're arguing. They're saying that they make like 3.2 billion of them. They made 3.2 billion of them last year. And they're saying that they are in circulation. But are they really in circulation if they're just kind of hiding away in your drawers or in your penny jars?
Exactly. So whatever you already have, if you have a lot of pennies at home,
Yeah.
you can take it to the bank and then put it in your bank account. But they're just not going to make any more new
Yeah.
ones. Let's have a look at a charity drive.
Right. So a charity drive is basically a planned effort to raise money or raise funds or collect items, and it would be for some sort of charitable cause.
네. charity 자체도 이제 그 자선 행사, 자선 활동을 말하지만 drive를 붙여가지고 이제 그렇게 하려는 운동, 뭐 움직임, 또 역시 활동 이렇게 해석을 할 수 있어서 이거를 그냥 자선 활동, charity drive 이렇게 표현할 수 있습니다. And what about to mint a coin?
Right, right. So it's been used as a verb and it means to make a coin by stamping some sort of metal. So you would see those little different emblems on the front side and the back side of the coin. And just to go over the different coins that are used in the US or that
Yeah.
are circulated in the US, the penny that we talked about, it's the 1 cent coin. And then the next one would be the nickel, which is worth 5 cents. And then the 10-cent coin is called the dime. It's the smallest one.
Dime.
And then the quarter would be the one that's worth 25 cents. And those four are the ones that are circulated the most. There is the half dollar, but that one no one really uses. Yeah.
Interesting. 자, mint라는 동사가 나왔을 때 동전 얘기하는 거면은요, 그 동전 화폐를 주조한다라는 뜻이 되겠죠. Do you say minting banknotes as well? Is it just for coins?
I think you would say you would mint banknotes as well. And you call the place that mints coins the mint as well.
Ah, all right. So there you go. 화폐를 주조하는 것을 minting이라고 합니다. 자, 다시 한번 제가 읽어볼게요. US President Donald Trump has announced that production of the 1 cent coin or penny will cease due to its high cost of nearly 4 cents per coin, though supporters argue it's useful for charity drives and cheaper to mint than the nickel. All right, well, that's it for the headlines with Karen.